Hello, everybody. So welcome back to Drum Corps Friday. This is take 2. We just had a little mess up on my side. But we have all our hosts here for this little debate because we're always going to be here, all of us, for Drum Corps Friday. So like always, we got our musicians list arts audition. So go to the Instagram and get the audition information. So the first group, I am so honored, and I'm very close with this group, so I'm honored to announce them today. The Bluecoats, 2019... The Bluecoats, and best show ever. So Jaelyn, introduce our next group.
Yeah, we got the Bluedevils playing Ghostlight.
Okay, here we go. Both 2019 shows. So we're all going to go down the line here and talk about which group we prefer, obviously. So I prefer Bluecoats. Mitchell, who do you prefer?
Bluedevils all the way.
Okay, Owen, who do you prefer?
I'm going to have to solidly go with Bluecoats.
Isaac, who do you prefer?
I grew up a Bluecoats, but now I'm a Bluedevils.
Okay, Jaelyn. Jaelyn, what do you prefer as of right now?
I'm neutral, but I do love Bluecoats show.
Woo, looking good. Okay, so who wants to be the first coin flip? Because I'm doing it with the Boston core coin. So who wants to be first?
It's weighted. It's rigged. I'm telling you.
Okay, Owen. So heads is Bluecoats, tails is Bluedevils. Okay, I'm lifting this up. It was heads. So Owen's doing Bluecoats. Who wants to go now? Who's next? Mitchell, you want to be next?
I mean, I don't really want
to.
Okay,
Mitchell's going to be next. Okay, so Mitchell, heads for Bluecoats, tails for Bluedevils. You're lucky. You're so lucky it's Bluedevils. You're
yes,
lucky.
sir, let's go!
Okay, Isaac, we'll do you now. So, heads for Bluecoats, tails for Bluedevils. You're doing Bluecoats, bud.
Okay.
You're doing Bluecoats.
I'll take it.
Okay. I don't know if I want to get Bluecoats, so I don't know if I want to do Jaelyn and risk it, or if I just want to take it.
Karma.
Technically, if she's the third Bluecoats, I'm automatically Bluedevils with.
Yes, please.
God,
please.
I don't want to watch Bluedevils. They're a good core. I just don't want to watch them again. Okay.
The coin.
Okay, Jaelyn, this is for you. Heads for Bluecoats, tails for Devils. Tails for Devils! Woo! Yes, I'm Bluecoats. Yes. Oh, actually, no, wait. I'm technically not. That's 2 and 2, right? That's 2 and 2. So wait, I have to flip to see which one I'm doing. Frick. Okay, heads for Bluecoats, tails for Devils. Yes, Coats!
Mitchell's so sad.
I really wanted him to have to do Devils.
Hey, but think of it, Mitchell, just think of it this way. Maybe we can switch Jaelyn over to our side now.
That's true, I can and
Yeah, I have not seen the Bluedevils show.
I hope not. Maybe I really wish it was Owen, Jaelyn, and I on Coats, and you two on Devils, just so Jaelyn can't choose. She can't switch.
That probably would have worked out better in the long run, but you know what? I think it's going to be interesting to see.
This will be interesting. I really wish Mitchell got Bluecoats as well. That would have been so funny.
See, I love the Bluecoats. They're good. I really like Session 44. Although, hate me, I'm not a huge fan of the Beatles.
Buddy.
What?
So hold on, buddy.
Wrong with you?
Well, how come when I was introducing Bluecoats, I saw you doing Huh? What's up with that? What's up with that? Mitchell, I saw you. Just wait till they can see our faces.
Bluedevils and Bluecoats. It was extremely close this year. I'm just not a huge Beatles fan. I know, hate me, please, just do it.
I will.
Okay.
I wasn't. It was cool, but I just don't like the Beatles.
Okay, so let's get these questions going on. So we're doing it different. We're going to ask our questions in a debate-like style. So Isaac, Owen, and I are Bluecoats. So Isaac, ask this question on behalf of the Bluecoats towards those Bluedevils people over there.
Yeah.
All right, so what do you guys expect the show to look like?
So, I think, obviously, looking back at results, Bluedevils took visual caption at World Finals. And I think that was totally deserved throughout the drill, the style. I think that they did a really good job of showing why they were the top core visually this year. So I want everything to be clean as all get out. In fact, you know what? I think I have the score pulled up exactly for the visual. Yep. So 29.775 out of 30.
Shame on
30?
you.
Yeah.
Shame on you.
30, right? I'm thinking, pretty sure.
I mean, it's probably the top core, yes.
Show me. I'm looking for them to really prove again why they got a 29.775.
Yeah, definitely. That's one of the reasons why I kind of switched over to that Blue Devil side, is because of the cleanliness of their drill and their movement and how precise it is. But for me, I also do like the kind of relaxed type of feel that Bluecoats kind of brings, and you don't really get that from a lot of cores as well, because they stand tall, but they're still relaxed at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's kind of really cool as well.
Okay, so I'll ask my question on behalf of the Bluecoats towards, the Blue Devils over there. So, how should this brass line sound, depending on this theme of the show? Because certain drum corps shows have a different theme, so they need a different timbre. So, Mitchell, you're the brass guy here. Answer that on behalf of you and Jaelyn over there.
All right, so brass. I love the brass. I love what they do with brass for a long while now, going back to 2011, Beat My Heart Skipped, all the way up to 2018's Ballad. Still one of the best ballads in drum corps. So I'm just looking to show that same where they left off last in 2018. I'm looking for them to pick up right where they left off at finals and bring it again.
Okay. Nice. Okay, so ask your question towards the Bluecoats side now.
So, the movement aspect, what should it entail, especially for the theme?
Oh, I mean, Beatles, obviously. You gotta have those, moments of, the smoothness, and then you gotta have the peace signs. You gotta have them all. You just have to have that Beatles vibe going on. I don't know if Owen wants to say something. You can go on ahead.
Yeah. I mean, I know a decent amount about the Beatles, and a lot of their music, especially once they started getting more popular, had a heavy influence of psychedelics. So they were doing a lot of drugs when recording and producing and stuff. So I'm expecting a lot of just kind of out there, very, very flowy, smooth stuff, but still with a lot of intensity.
Okay,
Strawberry Fields forever, man.
Isaac, what about you?
Well, whenever I hear the Beatles, I'll always revert back to our past show 2019 for Tarpon, and I kind of expect the same type of movement from us to them, but also because it's Blue Devils, they're always going to kind of switch some stuff up and do something really cool. Seeing the show in the past, I never got to really dive into the movement as much. I just kind of listen to the music and just kind of watch the drill a little bit. But I'm expecting, what everybody said, really flowy kind of stuff. But like Owen said, intensity.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so Owen, ask on behalf of the Bluecoats for us.
So, how do you want the brass to sound relative to the drum line?
Oh, jeez. So this is all about brass.
There's drum line in there.
We're gonna let Jaelyn do this.
I've never seen them before, so I don't really know, but I'm assuming with the name Ghostlight, it's real creepy, cool, and I want the drum line to really pick up with the brass and make it stormy, kind of. If that makes sense. But yeah.
They totally do.
Okay. Jaelyn, that last one for Blue Devils.
Yeah. So, what solos are you going to pay attention to?
Ooh. Of course, the trumpet solo at the end. The wow, 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 wow. That part. Oh, that's the bop of the ending of that show.
That was fun.
And the solo vocalist at the end, when they add on vocals at the end. Oh, that's cool too. And they march, but singing instead. So it's sort of like a flashback to Cadets last week. But that's the solo I'm looking for.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's a featured soloist in every main movement of the show. I'm pretty sure.
There's a ballad one and stuff,
Yeah. So, I mean, paying attention to the soloist, like, it's a solo for a reason. They have usually a main melody or motif that they're going to be using throughout the show. So, like, I mean, the soloist should be adding a lot to the theme and being able to incorporate or maybe, like, lead in for the rest of the ensemble into a particular Beatles chart or something like that.
Mm-hmm. Isaac, you have any input? Any solo you're looking out for?
Definitely what you said, Gavin, the trumpet solo, especially when we start to get to the end when they kind of do the last Bluecoats call, like the encore stuff. That's one of my favorite parts of that show is the very end, the closer that they put in during finals.
Mm-hmm.
I love the trumpet solo coming over the top of the band. That's like one of my favorite parts about it. It's just really like, it's just really good. I love it.
Bop. Okay, so those were the questions, the first 5 questions. We'll get into the other ones later on. But, so for Bluecoats, I'm doing the brass music and visual. Isaac will be doing the overall drill, and Owen will be doing the percussion music and visual. Then for Devils, Mitchell will be doing brass music and visual, and Jaelyn will be doing the percussion music and visual. So it will go Bluecoats tapes first, and then we'll go Bluedevils tapes, and then we'll see you after the tapes. Let's get this going. Bluecoats is, gonna be superior, so.
False.
False? Okay, we'll see. We'll see after the judge papers, man. We'll see. Hello, everybody. So, I get to do the Bluecoats. Here we go. There they are. Yep, the soloists. Love the build, love the build. Nice tone, nice tone. Nice drum. I do love the musical effects of the drum line and the vocalist. Or like the sound wave, I should say vocalist. Nice hit, nice hit. Nice use of dynamics, so we're going to start the deep crescendoing. There we go. That drill there's some spacing problems. Spacing issues in that part.
I think you'll understand when I
Nice backfield. Great tone backfield. Great timbre for the show theme. Watch that technique there. Uniformity of backup. Da-na-na-na. Nice trumpets, nice. Don't bounce on your jazz run. Don't bounce. Nice. Great high brass blend. Spacing looks great now. Watch that block on the left there. Block on left looked a little iffy. Great trumpet choir. You guys have a really good like orientation and ensemble control while you're performing. You guys definitely have times where your stamina can build back up, which is very important. Nice horn change. Oh, watch that little diagonal there. Diagonal from Jaelyn. Nice lines. Your little duos. Nice hit with spacing. That was great. I have no complaints about that hit with the spacing. Nice hit there. Great tuba sound. Tuba sound. Someone missed a little bit of that move. Missed the part of that move. Yeah. Nice carry, nice carry. Great carry and trail. Watch those jazz runs. I know you got some crazy sets. The circles look a little off, just because of how many people are probably in each. I love the uniforms. Nice. Nice, great blend of parts. I can hear all voices. Nice use of dynamics. Nice little. That was cool. Circles, all straight and great. Piping arch, the lines adding in. You got your wavy set hit right there, yep. Comes the soloist. Oh, trumpet soloist. Nice drum line, nice visual color guard. Great. Nice riff. I can hear all those voices. It's a great blend. Yeah, trumpet screamer. I had a little issue, my tab crashed, so we're back to the last 30 seconds. Nice form, nice form. Nice music quality. And he's out the door. There we go. That's Bluecoats. Great job, Bluecoats, like always. Not many complaints. I give you guys a 192 out of 200 musically, and then a 196 visually out of 200. I had not many complaints. So, yeah, overall great job, and looking forward to see what the other judges have to say.
My name is Owen Kensky, and I will be judging Bluecoats 2019 on music and visual. I like the soft kind of uncertainty in the Strawberry Fields rendition. Trombone leading into the trumpet solo from Penny Lane. The chorus started off with some strong body stuff, everyone getting up and grabbing their horns and going up to this hit. Yeah, that chaos leading into the hit with everyone doing a flurry of notes. The hit followed by that percussion feature. Full core doing body movement, very fluidly and together. Yeah, slight metric breakdown in the drums leading into that horn hit there. Very good decrescendo. Nice use of the turn in the horns too to take away from the sound.
I think you'll understand when I
Yeah, nice usage of the soft, the samples in the pit leading into that pit feature. Not necessarily feature, but metric buildup with all the laterals and just runs there. A lot of fast moving parts in the brass going as well. Heavy focus on the quads throughout this as well. Very distinct. You're able to hear that specific timbre. Yeah, phenomenal build-up into that hit. You can really feel the energy from both the battery and the horns. You can see it in their faces as well. Nice little swell in the pit there. Very nice. Yeah, being able to bring that drum line in and the rest of the ensemble as well with some supporting chords into that trumpet feature, especially with the trumpet feature layering over itself, one section of trumpet starting, the next section starting, having that overlapping really brings a lot to the piece. Then being able to incorporate the ensemble slowly into that, making it feel like it's natural too. Yeah, really nice work visually with the drill and the ensemble. Everyone really getting to their dots at just the last second. Yeah, everyone together on the choreo too. Really solid work there on the timing. Bringing the contras up front for pedal tones. Yeah, the nice visual work from the rest of the ensemble there as well. Yeah, following, I think that's a mellotron timbre there. Really giving it that flowy feel. Really nicely done. Really nicely done. Yeah, really soft percussion there in the background, just tasteful enough to be able to feel the accent of it really strongly. Not taking away from the sample or the chords the ensemble is providing. Yeah, lining up that drum break fantastically with the samples there. Having that vocal sample on the heavy accents and shots of the break, that really adds a lot to the ensemble visually and musically as well. very unison shots there at the end. Really well done coming out of those rolls. Yeah, really large flowing shapes in the drill, kind of representing that that kind of psychedelic aesthetic of the Beatles in their later career. Yeah, really nicely done visually with the drill and the ensemble. Everyone really getting to their spots to create the perfect shapes at the perfect moments. Everyone together on the choreo too. Phenomenal execution in the guard throughout all of this. Yeah, and trumpet solo leading into that Blackbird melody. Yeah, really nice metric modulation work in the pit there. Really being able to speed up those runs from the metric duplet feel to the metric triplet to the fivelets. Giving it this nice flowy, out of time feeling while still being together. Nice coming from that ensemble back into that solo. Really nice work there. Might have misspoke, that's a flugel there. But yeah, really nice chord work in the ensemble, really being able to know how to build and where to build, which voices to lead the crescendos and the decrescendos. Yeah, and back from that ensemble, the full ensemble intensity back into that just one soloist. Slight introduction of the percussion again. Yeah, really tasteful work on the cross-sticking there, keeping fantastic control the whole time. Oh yeah, basses, really clean there, really nice job. Oh yeah, so much power here. Just raw force and just amazing control over these notes. Oh yeah. Yeah, phenomenal soft ending, coming down from all of that power and intensity, coming back into that really, really, really nice control in the notes. Just amazing job. Execution in the brass and the percussion, the front ensemble, every section coming together to create an amazing, phenomenal performance there. Just really, really good job. Phenomenal show.
Hey guys, it's Isaac here, and today I'm going to be judging overall drill for the Bluecoats 2019 show, The Bluecoats. Let's just get right into this, I guess. This show is probably one of my favorites from 2019. Really sad that there's no woodwinds yet in DCI, but you know, one day maybe, you never know. Obviously that's a whole debacle in DCI right now. Right now I love the movement that we're doing here. Really, really nice with how we're laying out the whole ensemble. I like the circle that we have, everybody coming in together. Really, really clean as well. Really nice. It looks like almost a scatter set, kind of.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Bluecoats!
Really great job, gentlemen. Love the block here. I really like the movement that they have here going into the next set. Kind of switches to that classic kind of Bluecoats arcs. Really, really nice.
I think you'll understand when I say that something.
Love how they're facing backfield right here with them, but still in the front.
Your hand.
Love the movement here with everybody kind of getting up, going with that flowy type feel. You start getting a little faster. Love the circles that the mellows have right here while everybody's kind of doing their own thing. Absolutely love when chords do that. Well, chords and marching bands when they kind of split off everybody and to do their own thing. Really, really cool. Really, really hard to do as well. Especially adding everybody in with that timing from field to field. Really, really hard stuff. Nice arcs here. Beautiful. Really nice kind of transitioning into the new section, part 2. Probably one of my favorite parts in this show is this whole trumpet feature here. I like the back block in the back with the low brass and melophones. Love where the drum line's all set up right here. Snares in the front, basses in the back, tenors coming in the middle. Really, really nice. Nice spatial awareness here. Really, really hard to get that double art going. Nice job with that jazz running and the small steps in the front. nice job here. Very nice. I don't see almost any spatial issues there. Really, really nice job with the jazz running there, and then making those pop moves very flawless right there is really, really nice. And then adding something so that you don't really notice it is really, really, really very good. Attention to detail there. Really, really nice job there. Really nice job. Absolutely love that where they are set up on the field, just not on the 50, just a little bit off. So it's a little bit of a different feel, but you're still showing them off. You're still showing the brass off right there. Great job, guard, on this one section right here. Great job in the movement as well. I see a little bit of spatial awareness there. Just gotta watch out. Looks like it's maybe on the 35-yard line. Nice job on dynamics. I would have liked that to go a little bit lower, a little bit softer. But still really, really great. Really nice job. There you go. Uniformity going down to the knee, really nice. There you go. Nice job with the circles. Nice job with the arcs on the 30 and the 40. Nice job. I love how it's kind of setting up those arcs to manipulate each other. Really, really nice. Really nice. Got a little bit messy on that last block there with the brass. Still really, really great though. Keeping your spacing. You just gotta watch the front for those covers. Nice job. Very, very nice solo there. Very nice job. Love the movement here. Really, really beautiful. Nice kind of freeform stuff. Really, really nice there. Very, very nice. Nice. Love how they're set up here in this form. Really, really nice. No brass in the back and on the left, and on the right, excuse me. Nice. So in that set, I love how everybody's set up so you can see every single person. So you have the front row sitting, next row is kind of kneeling, bending down, and then the top row is standing up. And I love how you're not just sitting or standing, you're doing something different, and you're kind of adding some artistry to it. Nice job. Love the circle on the left on the 30 and 40 yard lines there. Nice job, guard. Nice blocks on the props there. Nice job.
Ladies and gentlemen, once again, the Bluecoats.
One of my favorite parts is right here. Nice movement. Nice. Love the cover down lines here. Nice job. So, pause that really quick. Just to kind of recap what we just saw. So style of the show really, really matches what the drill they were doing. One of the things that I had a little bit of trouble with was in the beginning, some of the covers, they kind of got a little shady, so you gotta watch out for that. Definitely on the ending though, you really, really kind of proved that you're really pushing all the way to the end. That was really, really nice. Also the freeform movement was really, really nice. Kind of see the different shapes and the artistry that you did with maybe if you guys were just sitting or standing, maybe in the little ballad section, kind of putting some artistry into that, so it's not just sitting or not standing. You're still having something to look at and make it intriguing to the audience. All right, so I guess we'll get back in.
Hello, everyone. So today we're going to be doing one of my favorite DCI shows of all time. Bluedevils 2019 show, Ghostlight. This won the visual caption and just in the overall DCI World Championship this year, and it was a great show to be in the stands for, to see, as well as the Bluecoats, but I personally preferred Bluedevils. So without further ado, I'm going to be doing brass music and visual performance. So let's see what they do. And there's the drum major salute. And the shake-off flip. I love shake-off flip.
Performing their 2019 program, Ghostlight. Drum Corps International is proud to present
Interesting props with the masks on the guard, and then there's the light, the ghost light. Very ominous piano playing, like almost like in a saloon. And there's a string, and then the guard comes out of the doors. Awesome. Then the entire corps joins them. Interesting. There's the violin or viola or whatever it is. I can't exactly remember. Very interesting. They come out in like a spiral and they all huddle around the... There's the brass. Very bright. And then there's the low brass, very strong. Very stylistic step through coupe, I think. I think that is. I'm trying to remember. Really solid bass as well as high brass. And then there's this part. I like this part. I believe Vista Ridge used this in 2018 in their show Lost and Found. Really sick beats for the percussion. Very tough brass baritone feature. Very interesting. They're jazz running too. They have to get to a dot while playing something as technical as they are. That's the Bluedevils for you. They'll pull out whatever they have to. There's the trumpets. Very challenging trumpet and mellow part. They play on System Blue. I'd love to play on a System Blue instrument at some point. I want to see how it is. I played on Kings, Jupiters, Yamahas. My favorite right now is the Yamaha, but there's a trumpet. There we go. I like the string instrument. I forget what it is. It's either a violin or a viola. But it's not like a traditional violin or viola. I think it's called like an electric viola or something. I don't know. There we go. Very mashed up part, but it sounds so cool. And there's the trumpet screamer. Yeah, love that. Oh my god. Man's killing it. And the visual package is just so appealing. Like, they go through the doors. And it's super cool. They do a lot of cool stuff with that later on. Bass feature. Oh, that's so cool. The sequential moving of the doors. Oh, and the flags come over. That's awesome. And Brandon Olander. Of course, center snare. Let's go. Cool tuba feature. And there's the trumpets. Okay. I can hear that high note. And there's a sousaphone.
I love how there's so many parts just going on right now at the same time. You got your guard doing something, you got your brass, you got your baritones doing something, you got your trump system, and then you got your drum line. Quads are moving really well. Spacing is awesome. A little bit of little off spacing wise in the quads. And the sousaphone players just jamming out. They're all just rocking out right now. I love when shows can do that. You'll have like kind of just like the ability to move whatever, do whatever you want, how you please. There's the trumpet. There we go. That's awesome. Switching to a more solemn tone here. Wow. That's so clean. That's so warm. Just, you get the sound immediately. Props for him, my gosh. Really beautiful baritone feature, solo. And you got the horns backfield, you got some of them backfield, you got some of them front field. They're all in just different directions. That's so cool. Dynamic contrast for sure from the opener. I think the staging of the props is really cool. Like, they circle the performers. They circle the horn line. Wow, and then the horns come in. Awesome. Beautiful. And they do that arch well. Obviously, the Bluedevils do everything well. They're arguably the most successful core in DCI history, which I wouldn't doubt that at all. Oh, here it comes. There. Awesome. Really nice, muted solo. And the guard's doing really well, too. I really haven't seen him drop at all, and that's outstanding. Alright. Oh, this is cool. I love this. This is so cool. Like, what they do with shoes? That's awesome. Very, very challenging piece for the string instrument soloist to play. Really cool body. They're all in time. Even with the guard, you got the guard, you got the, and then the horns up. And there you go. Oh, awesome. Very nice major chord there. I can't really tell, but it sounded great. And then you have your theme that from earlier that comes right back in. The flugelhorn. They're all in time. I can't pick anything apart. They're all in time visually. I know this is the Bluedevils fanboy in me, but this is awesome. Really cool percussion and drumline feature. Their marching is clean. I really don't have much to say other than wow. And they're spread across the entire field, but they still play with this kind of power, like they were all clumped together. And trombone. Wow. Oh, okay. Ah, there we go. There's the jumping over everything else. Wow.
Ladies and gentlemen, under the direction of Pat Seidling, Sean Gallant, and David Gibbs, the Bluedevils!
Woo! Awesome. Awesome job. I really didn't have many qualms with anything. Music was great. Visual was great. I see why it won, and I totally agree. And that's not just the Bluedevils fanboy saying that. So, without further ado, let's turn it back to the other judges, see what they say.
Hi, this is Jaelyn watching the Bluedevils Ghostlight. I love the little piano thing here. I really like creepy shows like this, so I'm really excited. I've never seen it before. Front ensemble moving together really well. They have really interesting visuals moving together. I love voiceovers. They're kind of hard to make out, but that just happens in domes like this. The flags are beautiful. Okay, auxiliary is working really well. Marimba's switching to cymbals. I like that as well. The drum line's coming in here. Very well together. It's hard to tell because domes are so boomy, but watching you can really tell. I like the little xylophone part. tenor feature here. Again, those little voiceovers, I think, add so much to a show, in my opinion. Wow. I'm only judging percussion, but that was really cool. This is really interesting. They have kind of a basic front ensemble. It's nothing huge. It's probably the size of, maybe even smaller than my front ensemble. But they use it to their extent really well, and they're all very experienced players, and they obviously know what they're doing. Work together really well. Their body movements are so great. You love to see a front ensemble that can just move together and vibe together. It makes the show so much better. They're connected. That was interesting. They put like a minor on a voiceover. That was a very good, very cool color guard effect. I liked that little snare break there. Here we go again. They move together super well. There's about 9, I think, of them. I really like the back and forth between these different instruments. Me being a front ensemble player, there are a lot of moments where you can just see, you know, a front ensemble going at it with tons of runs, and you just cannot hear a thing. It is a little disappointing, just from my perspective, but that happens a lot in shows like this, especially in domes. It's very hard to hear. This is not what I expected, how they're using pop songs, but putting, like, a twist on them, using this in the show. I'm not sure if I like it or not, the voiceovers. But the visual, of course, is amazing. Their ripples are perfectly in time. The drum line adds a lot with the brass. Just like that question we had earlier, it does make it much stronger. Heading into the ballads. This is what I'm most excited for a piece called Ghostlight. I'm assuming this is going to be the real spooky, slow part. Yes, of course. Ballads are my favorite front ensemble features. Right in there. Those little runs work together so well with the brass solo here. They have the perfect balance between the ensemble and the front ensemble right now. Also, I just want to comment, there are so many different mics set up, and I don't know if they do this, but personally, our front ensemble, we set up all of the mics and anything electronic, stuff like that. We run all that. So that's a lot of work. Props to them. the color guard are just these amazing dancers. And I love watching the moments whenever their feet are perfectly in time and together, and you can just, it's so satisfying. The aux works really well. It's not overpowering or anything like that in this moment. Yes! We love a good auxiliary moment in the front ensemble. That's for sure. They use their props very well, moving them around the field, making the field feel whole, if that makes sense. Yes. That was so dumb. Oh my gosh. I'm not sure if I'm assuming this is in a shell. Yes, of course it's in a shell. It just seemed like sudden. Yes, front ensemble chops. Wow. Wow. They are just that. Their hands are so fast you can't see them. It's interesting, their moves between minor and major feel in the music. Sorry, I get involved in it and I don't know what to say. Yes. Drum break. So far, the drumline hasn't had a big, their own personal break. I really hope there's a big hit. Again, it works very well with the brass, the drumline and the brass. Honestly, watching the show, I can't understand what the theme is unless, I know the name from the start. But other than that, here comes out a random color guard person incorporating. I don't think the theme came off as well as I thought it would. But overall, amazing, especially the front ensemble. I didn't get to see as much of the battery as I would have liked, but of course, they're obviously amazing.
Okay, everybody, so welcome back from the judge tapes. So we're going to start on the Bluecoats side first. So I'll do my quick musical scores and visual scores, and then we'll just say our scores and anything we want to add. So for music for Bluecoats, I tried to be as non-biased as I could, but I gave them a 96 in both categories out of 100. So that was on 192. I just saw some issues with like the soloists, some stuff like that, and just some overall blending issues in the trumpets with high brass. Even though they had a great high brass sound, just sometimes they overpowered it. For visual, I gave you a 99 in content and 97 in achievement. you guys bounced a lot when you were jazz running, and then there was just some stuff with diagonals from a jazz run. So it was just a lot of jazz running stuff I saw, and like one or two areas with spacing. But he gave you guys 2 consistent superiors, so that was mine. So if Owen or Isaac want to go, they can go next. So Owen goes.
So for music composition, I gave them a 96.9. I just felt like it wasn't the most challenging things they could have played. I felt like they could have been given more difficult content and been able to do more with it. But there's nothing wrong with simple and perfect. Mm-hmm. So in achievement, I gave them a 97.5. The only issue I had was sometimes a soloist would try to hit a certain high note or just like they'd frack a note in a phrase. That was like the only issue I was able to tell, because when you're in the ensemble and one person messes up, you can't really tell anything just because they have such a loud and dense sound.
Mm-hmm. As a sound
and yeah, again with the high brass overpowering just a little bit. But yeah, and then in visual, I gave them a 99 in content because they were given a lot of visual, a lot of body work to do. And I gave them a 98.9 in achievement. The only reason why I took off a little bit for that was because sometimes someone would be just like a fraction of a second late to a movement, and not everyone would be 100% completely unison all the time. Mm-hmm. But they were extremely good with that. And again, the jazz running as well, which took them off of that 100 a little, because there was a lot of
bouncing.
I don't say a lot of issues, but it was not as good as I feel like it could have been.
Mm-hmm. I definitely feel I did better with other years with jazz running. That year, they just seemed like the sets were very far apart, so they were just bouncing to get those legs going. So Isaac, you can go on ahead now.
Yeah, so the first for the content, I gave them a 97.3. And one of the things I kind of saw that really was impressive was the style of the show with the drill was really, really nice. I really liked how there was different shapes and kind of the shapes moved really flowy and kind of really, it just was very appealing to the eyes. One of the things that they did have a little bit of trouble with was the covers in the beginning of the show. I saw a little bit of issues in that. And then at the very end, there was a couple of people out of their covers as well, and I was really, really hoping that that wouldn't happen. And then for achievement, I gave them a 98.8. One of the things there that I really liked was the snake movements that they had was really, really nice. There was one part, I believe, right towards the end, right in their part 2, I believe. One snake starts out, and then another snake kind of adds in, but it's off to the side. It just comes in together. That was really, really nice, really well done. And then again, like I said, the cover of the blocks, sometimes they were really right on and really great, and then sometimes they just didn't really, connect to those covers. Spatial awareness was really, really great all the way through, though.
Okay, so we'll hand it off to Bluedevils if Mitchell wants to take it first and hand it to Jaelyn.
All right, so I'm going to talk about music first. I really enjoyed, personally, I loved the music book. It was powerful when it needed to be, and then it was balanced when it needed to be as well. I really I'm going to say one thing, though. I've never played on a System Blue instrument. I feel like that's super cool that they have their own they go against everyone else, in terms of that. Mm-hmm. I've heard System Blues are really fun to play, so I want to figure that one out. I want to get on that one at some point, try to get on a System Blue,
That'd be cool.
See what happens. The music book I really think was well written. String, I really like the sousaphone and the electric violin or viola. I don't know which one it was. It's one of the two.
I think it's a violin, but I'm not sure.
I don't know. I wasn't sure. And then, so I gave them a 98 on composition. And then achievement, I gave them an 100. I know, hate me. Please don't. The Sousa was cool. The string instrument, the electric string instrument was really cool. The trumpet solos were really cool. The book in general was just really well done and really well performed. I could clearly hear the overtones And on that note, I'm going to move to visual here. So, content-wise, I think the visual book was the same thing as the music book. I thought it was super, super cool. I thought it was very, very eye-opening and appealing to the eye. It was clean. Achievement was so clean. It was so cool, so clean. I really didn't see many. I saw like one spacing issue. So I gave both an 100. I know, but to me, I think that they totally deserve the visual caption. I think they proved. I think watching it again proved why they did as well as they did. So for that, a total score would be 398 out of 400.
Okay, Jaelyn.
Okay, so I completely agree with Mitchell on the visual. I don't know that much about visual, but it was eye-appealing, it was together, it was really cool, and I really enjoyed watching it. But then, so I wasn't a huge fan of the music book. I did like how it switched from minor to major all the time. The front music was amazing. The runs were, like, achieved so well, like, so fast. I even said that you couldn't see their hands moving because they were moving so fast. So, for composition, I gave it a 95 because the voiceovers were interesting. I don't know if I really liked them, how they fit into the show. It wasn't really my cup of tea, but other than that, it was really cool. And then the achievement was a 99 because of how amazing they played it. But they do this part where there's a cello, and there was one flute that went a little too fast at the beginning, and it totally stuck out. And I don't know. It was some high instrument. I swear.
Probably a trumpet.
It had a solo, I think.
It was
during that time. Was that the trumpet during this?
It might have been the electric violin viola thing.
Did they have a solo?
Yes.
I don't know. Okay, during that time, they went like too fast at the beginning, and then the rest of the band caught up. It was weird. Other than that, it was cool, and I gave the visuals 100.
Okay, well, before we go back to the other questions, so Jaelyn, are you blue or are you Devils? Are you Bluecoats or Devils?
I love the front music for Bluedevils, but I liked the Bluecoats show better.
Yes.
So,
yes, I think Bluecoats won this one.
Sorry, I'm a big Beatles fan. I love their music.
So it looks like the questions are set up pretty well. Okay, so it looks like the Bluecoats people are going to ask all the questions first. No, never mind. Isaac's at the bottom. For some reason, I thought Isaac had Devils. Okay, so Owen, go ahead with your costume question.
So, talking about costumes, how did it fit relatively to the theme?
Well, I personally thought it was cool. I think it makes sense, especially because you got the whole idea of the Ghostlight, like being on a play, like on the center stage, or like a musical, or something along those lines. You see in the beginning, the guard has those like masks, like people, like the Phantom of the Opera kind of thing. So I think that the costumes, and overall, I mean, you can't really change the Bluedevils costume. It's pretty consistent from year to year.
Yeah,
like, I mean, so it's kind of like, it reminds me kind of Carmel in that aspect, as we wear the same uniform, we wear the same traditional uniform, like every year. No costumes to fit the show theme. That's only guard. So in that aspect, it just reminds me of like, they're the Bluedevils. You recognize them. You recognize the uniform. I mean, and another good example of that would be Tarpon, because they have like show-specific skirts and Jago wraps.
Not this year.
So I think they're along the lines of the Bluedevils in costuming-wise.
Yeah, I mean, part of watching a Bluedevils show is always just the hype of that it is a Bluedevils show.
Exactly.
And like you see like the mostly blue uniform with like either the yellow for Ghostlight, or you see it for the purple for Metamorph, and you're like, this is that show. This is that amazing year.
Right.
And because they're just consistently putting out phenomenal shows. So you see that and you think, this is the Bluedevils. This is essentially perfection. And then you expect that, and your mind listens to that, and the show just feels better overall.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll move my question. So these are also for the Bluedevils guys. And girl, guy and girl, I should say. Overall, how do you think the forms of the show helped tell the overall story of the show?
Well, I'm gonna say I think it was really cool. I think I gave the visuals 100. The forms were so cool. It was mysterious. They all came out of the field on the field from those doors at the beginning of the show, and they all swirled around the Ghostlight. It was so cool.
Mm-hmm.
I think throughout that, it was all based around it was all central. All the drill I think was centralized around the Ghostlight, so I think it really helped the spotlight the idea and the driving force behind it.
Okay, nice. So Jaelyn, you can ask your question towards us Bluecoats folks.
Okay, so how much energy do you think was coming from each section?
Okay, so I think High Brass obviously had so much energy. They always have so much energy in the Bluecoats, but maybe this time they had a little bit too much just because of how loud they were playing already, and they were just trying to, get their
embrace
out
it.
there. Yeah, embrace the show. They were trying to get it out there, but I think maybe a little bit too much energy. I guess Owen and Isaac can say something about the other sections.
Yeah, I mean, I remember one specific portion where the camera moved over towards the drumline, and you could just see everyone. They weren't perfectly at set or at attention in their playing positions, but they were I don't know. The only way I can really describe it is when a horn line will have a really groovy section, and they just break their form and stand still, and they just
Claudia Taylor.
Yeah,
Claudia Taylor Johnson.
Claudia Taylor, yeah.
Yeah, so the drumline was kind of doing that. They were just there, and everyone was in that open second, and they were just jamming to the music and playing their books just amazingly. And you could see the intensity. Someone hit a shot, and on their face, you would see that I don't want to say anger, but I also don't want to just keep saying intensity. But I mean, it was just the intensity on their face during that. Their accents were represented in their facial expressions, which is something that when you see that in a performer and you see their body representing what they're playing, that's something that aids to the musical aspect through a visual aspect.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Isaac, you have any comment?
Yeah, so watching the drill and just kind of focusing on that side, definitely noticing the kind of the intensity that really Bluecoats kind of brings. One of the things I always loved about Claudia Taylor and personally from Tarpon is that we can stay really relaxed, but we stand tall. And I feel like Bluecoats is kind of really one of those people that really does that very well. They're very relaxed and they're very flowy, but they stand tall, especially when they're playing, and it kind of perceives in a really kind of great way.
Okay, so Mitchell, you can ask us the other question towards the Bluecoats.
I think this kind of goes similar to about energy. What section had the most and which had the least in your opinion?
I would say, that's hard for most and least. I didn't pay attention to front ensemble that much, but I mainly paid attention to just the brass because that's what I was supposed to do. I would say in the brass at least, I think the baritones gave the least amount of energy and the trumpets and mellophones gave the highest. Probably more trumpets, but that's what I viewed in mine. So
no, that's completely fine.
I think that the baritones you didn't see that the baritones were getting enough energy or as much energy because they didn't really have a feature. Obviously trumpets and high brass, they're always having the melody and the spotlight with everything. And there was that one portion where the contras came up to the front and just gave those pedal tones. But I mean, the baritones didn't really have the melody at all during the show, unless it was a unison melody.
Yeah.
And so I feel like they were putting just as much, but they didn't have a platform to demonstrate as how much their energy they were putting out. And as towards the pit, I mean, oh boy, it's when you get to that level of playing, it's hard to play well without putting that much energy into it. And you could see it in their face and their body too, with how much they were just going. Like they had after the very first hit, when the drum line has those like heavy quarter notes and into that drum feature, like the front was just like the whole band is doing like body work, but the front's just like jamming out and like dancing, and I think that's just really cool. It's really like breaking form, something that usually wouldn't be very good in the drum corps setting, but it's done really well, going from this like chaotic mess of sound into that unison hit and then breaking that back down again. And I really enjoyed that. So, I don't know. I mean, in terms of what section had the most energy, I would have to say High Brass, just because of how much they were putting out sound-wise.
I would agree. Isaac, you have any input?
For me, I would actually kind of say almost the opposite. I thought the drum line really kind of put more energy through, and I guess that could just be, for me, kind of looking at them in the beginning of the show, and then really seeing how kind of much like intensity and aggression they kind of put into their show. Especially watching like in a lot of videos of them, like they're always, at least Bluecoats, they always have this kind of intensity in the drum line that kind of brings, even though they're always, they seem relaxed and they seem chill and stuff, they always bring this kind of fire, especially to the shows.
I would agree.
Yeah.
Okay, so Isaac, you can send the last question over to the Bluedevils peeps.
Yeah, so how do you guys think the drum majors helped with this production?
They really just, like, you could see the moments that we all kind of had whenever you look up at a drum major and it's like the big hit and you feel something inside and it's like so amazing, and you can just like see those moments within them, like the connection between the band and the drum majors. So I thought that was really cool.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. I mean, I know I definitely had those moments. I think that the drum majors here did a really good job, and especially when the start, like I looked and they zoomed in on the salute, and he was totally locked in. He was just ready to give a great show, and he did a great job conducting and leading the band.
Okay, so that's gonna call it for the Bluecoats and Bluedevils. So before I say next week, we're just gonna let's do a recount. Let's just do a recount of Devils and Coats. So Mitchell, you're still Devils, of course.
Yes, sir.
Isaac, you're still Devils.
Yeah, I got it. Yeah.
I'm still Coats. Owen, you still Coats?
Of course.
Jaelyn, you're a Coats?
Yes.
Woo! 3-2.
Fired.
It's not rigged. It's not rigged. That was a tiebreaker right there. It was a tiebreaker.
That's rigged.
No, it's not. Okay, so next week we're doing Carolina Crown 2018 Beast. And, so next week will be Crown. So join us tomorrow with Kensky Kirk, the drum major of O'Fallon Township, or one of the drum majors of O'Fallon Township High School. So that'll be interesting. You got to tune into that. But next week, I know we're going to say it, next week, you guys got to remember, there's a new thing going on. We're going to be winging it. We're going to be winging the podcast. We won't have a set number of questions, so we'll see how that goes. That's going to be like a test week of winging it, and we'll see how that goes. So, yeah, catch us tomorrow for Student Saturday with Kensky.